Harvey and Helen, as I told you before you came today, we like to get together with all our new residents and try to better understand what their goals are, what they'd like to accomplish while they're with us. And so we often like to begin by asking you, Harvey, and then Helen, you can add what you like. What do you understand about your condition and your options for treatment at this point?
Well, I do have Parkinson's disease, and I have heart disease, and my lungs aren't as good as they used to be. I get tired a lot, tired quite a bit, and now I've got this swallowing thing. It just seems like it's one thing after another. I can't do anything. I can't work. I can't do things with my family, and I can't even sit down and have a wonderful meal, roast lamb and potatoes that Helen makes for me, my favorite meal. I can't even eat it anymore.
Well, this has been a bit of a setback, this last visit to the hospital with the aspiration pneumonia. But we'll get him around, and he also has a little bit of dementia.
Harvey, what are the activities in your life that are most important for you to be able to do?
Well, I mean, what I'd like to do is have the doctors fix me up, make me well again so I can go home.
That's right, we want to get him home, and we'll do that.
Yeah.
And there are ways that we can help you to spend time with your family. Are there specific activities with your family that you'd like to do?
I'd like to eat a regular diet again. That would be important for me, and I'd like to be able to spend some more time with the grandkids. I mean, I'd like to go to see Sophie play lacrosse with our high school team next year. That would be nice, and to go to the dance recital of Olivia's. That would be nice. I'd like that.
Well, we can probably help you do those things. I don't know if we can help you do them the way you used to do them. You know, you've got a very debilitating illness that has progressed a little bit, right? There are a lot of things we can help you adapt, ways we can help you do things, get to events that you may not have thought of as possibilities. So that's part of what we'd like to do as a team.
There's certain exercises we can do to help you swallow better so that you can have your favorite foods. There are a lot of ways that we can make things work to improve your quality of life, and that's one of our goals. The other thing I think we do need to talk about, if you were to become sicker, what would you be willing to go through in order for you to get better?
Wow. I don't want to be hooked up to any machines. I don't want to have that, and I don't want to have a feeding tube put inside of me. My mother had that, and I just watched her suffer through all of that. I don't want anything like that.
I don't want you talking like this. I don't want you giving up, honey.
Honey, I'm getting tired of hospitals. I'm getting tired of having people stick needles into me and take blood out of me, and I'm tired of just waiting, and I'm not getting any better. I don't want to be hooked up to machines. I don't want that, Helen. I don't want it.
It sounds like you have some really strong feelings about this.
I saw what happened to my mother, and I don't want that.
And how are you feeling about this?
I mean, he's never expressed any of this before. I've never heard this from him. That's very frightening because I don't want him to give up, and I don't want you to give up.
It's important for us to know what's important to you in order to plan for your care.
And it's good, even though it's hard, it's good for you to be able to talk together and let us in on some of this, because we'll be here for you. We'll be here to help you. And we're going to support you through this. And we're going to work on improving quality of life as best we can. And we're going to work to make sure that we all understand what your wishes are and that we can help Helen through whatever may come.
At this point, we want to focus on both making a plan for the things you said, such as going home and being part of the family, going to lacrosse games and recitals and so forth. But we also want to think about some of what we've just talked about, and formulate a plan for that so that if something should happen, we'll know how to proceed. And part of that is having you perhaps select somebody who could speak on your behalf if, for example, you couldn't have this conversation with us.
Well, that would be easy. That would be Helen.
Okay.
She'd speak for me.
I would sure try. I'm beginning to realize this might be a little bit more difficult than I had thought.
Is there anybody else in your family or your life who can provide support to Helen or to you?
Not that I can think of.
I can get Susan, my daughter.
So perhaps you can start to share some of this with her too.
Yeah,
Possibly.
I think that would be good.
I think that would be a good plan too. Yeah.
Okay.
So the next step is for us to share with the doctor and the rest of the team a little bit about what we talked about today. So we'd like to share that Helen would be the person you designate to make decisions. We'd also like to share the goals that you've set about family and eating and so forth, and ultimately going home. And we'll put that into the record.
Now we'll work toward quality of life issues.
Absolutely.
We'll work toward making each day count and making each day the best it can be. And what we want you to do is talk together, think a little bit more and share a little more, and then we'll come back.
Yeah, we can do that. In a week, we'll have a meeting with the whole team, the therapist, the physical therapist, the speech therapist, the dietitian, the recreation therapist. They'll all be there. We'll talk about the specific goals you've shared with us today. And then we can also come together as a smaller group with the two of us or possibly the doctor and lay out maybe a plan for if you should get sicker, what you would and wouldn't like to have happen, and put that into a form that everyone on the team can know it and that you can have it wherever you are, whether it's here with us or back at home.
I like the sound of that. I like the idea of a plan.
This is good. This has been a good conversation.
Are there any other questions you have for us right now?
No, I don't.
No.
Well, then we'll be getting back together next Thursday at 2 to further make the plan. And we thank you because I think we may have surprised you just a bit today, and that wasn't our intention.
I really appreciate this whole conversation.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.